Good evening. I'm trying this for the first time on my laptop instead of using my cell phone. So, welcome to another edition of Observations of an American Living in Germany. This is going to be one of my final ones since we're going to be returning stateside very soon. We have gone through the fun part of getting our orders. My wife is taking a position back in the United States. She's still going to be a civilian for the US government, but she's just taking a position within a different agency underneath that. Um, it's going to be about an hour and a half from where we have a home in Virginia now. And so we're buying another house and then we're going to sell the one we have within about a year. Her 84-year-old mother and her college senior daughter live there now. So they're going to probably find other living arrangements. We'll work something out. But nevertheless, um, I can't believe we've been here 2 years already. And I've gotten to see so many different parts of Europe. I never did get a chance to see Hungary or the Czech Republic, but I got to see all the Baltic states. We got to go to France. We got to go to Belgium, the Netherlands, went to the UK over in England, Italy, Spain, Austria, Schweiz or Switzerland. Um, got spend plenty of time around the Alps. I don't know which is more beautiful, the Alps or the Grand Canyon and back in Arizona in the United States. That'd be a tough call because they're both beautiful in their own way. Um, we're having fun dealing with our landlord. They're really, or I should say, the property management people. It's really bizarre here. But anyway, we got our orders. We're getting our stuff picked up on the 9th and 10th of September. We have painters coming in the apartment on the 11th and 12th. And we're moving into a hotel on the 9th since our furniture is going to be packed up and shipped out. And we're going to be staying 7 or 8 days in a hotel. And I believe we fly back for good to the United States on the 18th. My wife had to find a place that would take cats since we have two cats. It's five cats and we're working on airline flights and stuff. My wife actually flew to the United States yesterday on to what they call home leave. She's had to do a few things over there, and then she'll be coming back. She's scheduled to come back on September 5th. And then a couple weeks later we fly back, but she's in a different place, so it's it's all right. But I've got to start getting things ready here at the house. We found another American to rent our apartment, which is kind of nice. In Germany, when you clear out of your apartment, you're supposed to take out your closets that you build. You're supposed to take down your light fixtures and all that stuff. Well, we sort of lucked out, and they lucked out because they came here. They saw our apartment. I did my landlord's work for them. They didn't. They don't even have to find anybody to rent it. The people fell in love with it because it has two bathrooms. Most apartments around here only have one bathroom, but it's 3 bedroom with two full baths. And by German standards, it's a big apartment. And it's got a reserved parking space underneath that we do have to pay extra for, but it's very convenient. Everything's within walking distance here. So um, they're going to keep our our closets and the wardrobe for the guest bedroom, and they're going to keep all of our light fixtures, which really wouldn't do us any good in the United States anyway because the voltage is different. And we're going to probably give them our TV. We have two TV sets too. Probably going to give them those. Haven't made up my mind on that, but anyway, it's kind of weird when you move here versus in the United States. I was thinking about the things I'm going to miss about Germany is the seemingly efficient Frankfurt airport. It was great flying to places. They have parking underneath if you're stopping to pick somebody up. It's a little chaotic when you go up through the part where everybody's dropping people off. That's a little chaotic up there, but that's like any airport. Um, they have plenty of food and place to eat in there. The lounges are nice. Their security can get a little backed up, but still they're pretty efficient, like flying out of Frankfurt. And when you fly EU to EU, you don't have to go through customs, which is nice. Um, I I'm gonna miss the Alps. I'm gonna miss the Autobahn. I'm really gonna miss the Autobahn. I have traveled a lot throughout Germany on it, and I like driving 140, 150 kilometers in the unrestricted section. Sometimes I might go 160, but I don't really want to go any faster than that. That's like 100 miles an hour. And we just have a Mazda, and it's okay at that speed, but it does burn more fuel. But I will miss the driving etiquette of Germans, because the United States, they don't have that. People here know how to yield for emergency vehicles. They know how to do the zipper merge. People even will blink their four-way flashers to warn people behind them that something's going on. You just don't see that in the States. Um, I guess the biggest criticism about German drivers is they go way too fast in the fog. I never could figure that one out. But overall, people use their blinkers here and they exercise proper lane discipline. So I will miss the Autobahn. Um, I'm not going to miss the hectic parking situation where there's nowhere to park anywhere. That drives me nuts. At least in the United States, where it's wide open, you have plenty of places to park. Um, where we're going to be living is in a very rural area. So obviously, there's no city buses. Unfortunately, you have to drive everywhere. There's no stores within walking distance or anything like that. But we want to live out in the country and have some land, get away from the horns and the noise of the city. So I'm going to miss, I won't miss the congestion over here in the city, but I will miss seemingly low crime rates. There's not a lot of crime over here. I really like that. Not a lot of crime where we're going to be in Virginia either, but you go into some of the cities and it can get pretty bad if you're in the wrong section. Um, I I definitely am going to miss the schnitzel. I'm going to miss the brötchen. I'm going to miss the great beer. Um, and I'm going to miss soft pretzels. But what I am looking forward to having when I get back is a good New York City style stromboli. I haven't found one in Europe yet. The closest thing I found was a calzone. It was okay, but nothing like a Sal, what is it? Sal Rosario's pizza or Luigi's pizza or um, Pizza King. Some of these places in these little hole in the wall towns, where back in the Richmond area, there's a place called Anna's. They have a wonderful stromboli. Lydia's has a good one too. Um, those are probably not healthy for you, but they taste very good. Um, Even Pizza Hut pan pizza, you can't get that in Germany. I've eaten Pizza Hut here. It's horrible. I don't know if they use different crust or cheese. I don't know. It just, they don't do it right. But I do like German soft drinks because they're made with cane sugar or beet sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. Gonna kind of miss that. Um, and in the United States, I'm gonna love the idea of getting edible Mexican food. You just don't get Mexican food in Germany. I know they have restaurants that are supposed to be Mexican, but it's pretty bad. It'd be like trying to go, I guess, to New York City and get a good schnitzel. They're just not going to do it right, unless you go to a totally German neighborhood. They're just different ethnic foods that you're going to get better in some places. I must say the Asian food here in Wiesbaden, there's two Asian places here, and they're both pretty good. So, I mean, but they're real Asians working there too. They're not they're not Germans. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of miss the roundabouts. They're so much better than a regular intersection. Um, I will enjoy the cheaper fuel prices in the United States. Although there again, we'll have to drive more, but gasoline is less than half in the United States of what it costs over here, because the taxes are higher, and Germany also has to import almost all their energy because they don't have oil and natural gas like the United States does. Um, I am very much looking forward to being back in the United States because my son, he and his wife are expecting a baby boy the end of October. So I'm going to be an opa, a grandpa for the first time. I'm looking forward to that. But we've got all these logistical things that we're trying to work through, and I've got to get the car. I keep my car very clean, but I've got to make it extra clean, and we have to send the car. We're probably going to do that the second week in September. Once we've taken our suitcases and stuff out of our apartment. So probably sometime after the 13th, we're going to take the car. We have to go to Mainz-Castell to send it back to the United States. And they make you have it really clean when you drop it off, but then when you pick it up on the other end, it's usually pretty dirty. That happened when we brought our car over here before. I had it spotless when we left the United States, and it came to Mainz-Castell here in Germany, and it looked like it went through a mud bog. And they gave me a voucher to run it through the car wash, but at least the inside was still clean. But nevertheless, first world problems. We've got that to deal with. We've got to worry about forwarding our mail and all that stuff. We were supposed to leave here next June, so we're leaving 9 months early. So that's okay. But anyway, that's about all I wanted to say for right now. I hope the video stream works out. You can probably see more of my ugly mug on this than you do on my cell phone. And I've also been having problems with my cell phone not having enough memory. I guess I have too many pictures in it. But if you've listened this far, I appreciate your patience. I'll try and put out another one. But it's been really interesting following how Germany has changed so much over the years. I lived here as a child with my dad in the army, and I came back twice to visit when he was stationed over here. Once as a high school student, and then I came over again during my spring break in college when I was a sophomore. But he was in Garmisch twice and Heidelberg once, and I never thought I'd be living in Germany again, but my wife got the position over here. So we're going to be headed back to the States. Lots of good memories. I'm amazed at how many people in Germany speak multiple languages, not even just English either. Some of them speak Ukrainian, Croatian, Greek, Macedonian, Italian. It's unbelievable. Haven't run into too many who speak Spanish. Mi español es mejor mi Deutsch, but my Deutsch is still pretty bad. But yeah, it's there's an old joke of what do you call somebody who speaks two languages? Bilingual. What do you call somebody who speaks three languages? Trilingual. What do you call somebody who only speaks one language? An American. That's true. I resemble that remark. I've tried to learn a little bit of German basically since I've been here, but every time I try and say something to somebody in German, they answer me in perfect English. It seems like everybody under 40 here speaks English. So I guess they teach it in school. I've had Germans tell me that they can understand me, but they can't understand British people, which is really bizarre. But anyway, that's about all I needed to say for tonight. I may jump on tonight, talk about something else. There's just so much crazy stuff going on in the world. You know, you get going down a rabbit hole. But I understand I do have a face for radio and I have a voice fit to print. So hopefully I give you permission to use my likeness to scare the rats away if you need to. So anyway, schönen Abend and guten Nacht.